Good morning, St. Pius. I'm Gino Monachino.
And I am Cole Elling.
And stay tuned because you're watching The X Factor.
Good morning.
Today's saint of the day is Saint Denis and companions. This martyr and patron of France is regarded as the first bishop of Paris. His popularity is due to a series of legends, especially those connecting him with the great abbey church of Saint Denis in Paris.
Now let's head over to my second half of the interview with Nancy Pinkston.
To have more impact than I was currently having, especially because the hospital that I went to, although it was #1 in the world, Mayo Clinic, it was #1 for neurosurgery and neurology, they still tried to prescribe me one of the most powerful painkillers after my brain surgery. And I'm going to be honest, the first part of my brain said, well, maybe that would be fun. And then the second part of my brain reminded me that even non-addict people get addicted to this painkiller. And so I spoke up and voiced it. And I realized that there was a greater issue culturally that doctors and medical healthcare professionals, as kind and as amazing as they are still misinformed sometimes about the prescriptions that they're prescribing. So I'm running the New York City Marathon for Shatterproof, again, to shatter the stigma. They are behind some of the drug legislation currently being passed in the Senate, the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House. It just passed this week in the Senate 98-1. So that was really exciting. Yes. But hence why I'm asking for St. Pius's partnership to really help this cause. Because at Pius, I remembered the jeans days. And I also remembered that even though I hadn't been through what I'd been through today, goodness, it's been a number of years since I've been at Pius, that God was still preparing me through the different obstacles I was to face, and the fact that I could overcome those with the support of my community and my family and friends. So using my pain to empower me, and also by speaking out about it and being honest about it, to help other people do the same. So hopefully you guys can help me shatter the stigma and also feel empowered to be able to speak your truth, so that traumas don't have to define you. They can empower you and strengthen you if you let them.
Yeah, I think that's awesome too. Just the fact that you're in our shoes, especially like I'm a senior this year. A lot of my friends, you were alumni from Pius, coming back to Pius, realizing we're in the same position, and look at you, all the things you went through and where you are now. And I think we're so blessed to be able to help you out and partner with you and all your adventures ahead.
No, thank you. I'm really excited, especially as a Pius alum, to be able to say that if it wasn't for my faith start at Pius, and also for the fact those weekly masses, I still go to mass weekly, but just to remind me that God's with us wherever we go. And even though it's really scary and things can be hard, that things do turn out if you work for it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for stopping by, and I'm sure we'll get more information on the jeans today to help you out. And thank you again. So
thanks. Have a good one.
Yes.
Cole, that was amazing stuff.
Yeah, Nancy is a great lady.
Yes.
Yeah, great Pius.
And now let's head over to Aaliyah on a story about all school testing.
This is Aaliyah Webb reporting on all school testing. Now let's go over to Mr. Murphy for more.
Good morning, students. I wanted to give you a little bit of information about the all-school testing day that's going to be coming up on Wednesday, October the 10th. We will start school on that day at 7:50 regular time. Seniors, you do not have to be here. You may do college visits that day. You may do community service that day, or you can do scholarship or college applications that day. Juniors will be testing on the first floor of the science wing. Sophomores will be testing on the second floor of the science wing. And freshmen will be testing in the main building. Everybody's going to be taking a practice ACT that day. The only exceptions to that will be the group of you that have opted to do the PSAT that day, and you will be testing on the third floor of the science wing. Now, in order to know where you're going to go, what room you're going to be in, there will be lists posted about the building on Monday afternoon and then all day Tuesday, so that when you come you can check and see. Encourage you to do well on it. It's a good precursor for the real ACT that you're going to take, and I wish you well on it.
This has been Aaliyah Webb reporting on all school testing from the X Factor. Now back to you.
Gino, are we going to be here tomorrow for all school testing?
No.
We're not. We're not.
No.
No, we're not. What's next?
Aftercare teacher availability for Christian Lutheran preschool. Please see Mr. Murphy for further information.
There will be a Guatemala parent meeting at 6 p.m. tonight in the Commons. You and a parent are expected to be there if you plan on going to the trip. Please RSVP to Erica Hayes or Christopher Brady.
You going, Nicole?
I will not be attending.
That's sad.
I'll be there in spirit.
Yes.
There will be a National Honor Society informational meeting today in the library during study hall, so please get a pass.
There are no sports for tonight.
Today's lunch is regular or spicy
How do you
chicken sandwich.
How do you like it, Cole?
I like your spicy.
And Cole, I believe that is all the announcements we have for today.
And we will see you
Thursday. We will.
We will see y'all gonna be here tomorrow.